doesn't come directly from me. It comes from the mentors that have mentored me, coaches that I've hired, people that I surround myself with. So I'm a product of that. So I ended up going to college, hated it. I dropped out. I wanted to go get my license. I Googled real estate office near me. I found Central 21 a better service, which in my opinion was the best decision that I could have made. I really do feel that God led me there. I called and they said, hey, are you guys hiring? Because I didn't know if we could interview. They wanted us to go work with them. I didn't know that. Not like we had to interview for the job. They said, yeah, are you licensed? I'm like, yeah, I'm licensed. Just got my license. Oh, I come in today. I'm all right, let's go. It's an agent that said, hey, sit right next to me and just start making calls. Here's a list. The professor was up here and she said, yeah, one of the ways that agents get business is through making cold calls or through door knocking. And I was like, bro, I'm never doing that. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do that. The first day that I sat in the office, I started doing that. And 7 years later, I'm still doing that. And the reason that I feel that it's important that we listen to other people's perspective, because people do business in different ways. And there's people that invest a lot of money into the business, there's people that invest a lot of time into the business, and there's people that do both. And right now, I've noticed that the people that are investing a lot of money into the business are not getting the return on their investment. And I think that in this business, we can make all the money in the world, but if we're not profitable, it makes no sense in making all that money. We're better off just getting the minimum and keeping profiting that. So my way of doing business is extremely profitable. I prospect every single day through outbound calls. That is what I do. And the reason that I feel that my way is the easiest way to do it is because anybody can do it. You can be fresh off the La Palma office, get dropped in a real estate office, and you can pick up the phone the first day. So my schedule is the following. Get to the office, I start writing down the things that I gotta do, give it to my assistant as soon as she gets there, and I forget about it. Forget about the daily tasks, the contracts that we gotta sign up, addendums. I don't do any of that stuff. I literally just focus on what I have to do that day, which is just prospect, generate, and set up appointments. And right now, I'm hitting about 75 contacts a day. Every single day, I'm talking personally, to a minimum of 75 people a day. Once I started getting the coaching and I got coached by someone that's actually done it, I was like, yeah, I'll pay this every single month and I'll pay more if I have to. To surround myself with those types of people and to be able to get coached by someone that's done it, I'll do that all day long. So I've learned to delegate and I've learned to be coachable. Being coachable was something that I was not good at. I had a huge ego and I thought I was the best in the room, but I'm not. And I've learned that, and I've learned that through coaching, you can really take your business to the next level if you just allow yourself to learn from other people. I know my expired scripts. I've come up with expired scripts. I know my just listed, just sold scripts. I know my objection handlers. I know everything about objections and everything that I need to say and do when it comes to a client. At first, I was very against scripts. I was like, dude, these scripts are dumb, I'm not gonna do this. I'm like a robot. But I've developed great systems, and I've gotten help in doing that. And I've taken my mindset from being a real estate agent to becoming a real estate business owner. And my mindset now is, how can I build a business that one day is worth something? One day maybe we can sell, right? Even if we don't sell the business, but someone can come in and evaluate the business and see the systems that we built, see the conversion rates that we have, and say, man, this is worth money right here. Every single year, it's gonna generate X amount through the systems that you built. And that's kind of the mindset that I've been on. And before that, I was just a real estate agent, looking for the next deal, not really cultivating relationships, not really having systems that would allow me to just focus on lead generating. And now we have systems from, as you guys can see, I'm very monotone. I'm not that charismatic, so I don't get great customer service. You can create a system for it that will allow your assistant to have scripts and to have the system necessary to make your client feel like you're giving them the best customer service. So we did that. So that's what I mean by systems. We have a system for customer service, a system for when we take listings, how to put them on the MLS. I have systems to the point where I could leave, the business will run itself as long as we put the right people in place, and we're still working on that, but that is what we're heading to.
Who do you think is the best people to reach out to on the phone right now?
Out-of-state owners.
Out-of-state
owners. Absentee owners. I would say apartment buildings, because apartment buildings because there's so many, in my opinion, pro-tenant laws now that these landlords are getting tired of their apartment buildings. And a lot of them are baby boomers. So, you know, I have clients that are baby boomers that are getting rid of everything. So contacting them and then the expireds.
Listen, how would your dialogue change now with the commission? Would your dialogue with the seller stay the same?
It would be the exact same thing, meaning that, yeah, I mean, look, I'll charge you 4%, you know? I mean, the competition for us remains the same. We're gonna do a good job for you. And then I just show them, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, you could just show them the 3 houses. And like, hey, look, these houses are all gonna be the same price as your competition. One of them is offering 0%, one of them is offering 2%, one of them is offering 3%. Obviously, agents work based off commission, so put yourself in the shoes of the agent. Which one would you sell the most? The one offering you 0% or the one offering you 3%? And then let them decide, you know what, well, yeah, let's put something aside for the buyer's agent just in case they want. One of the things that I started doing is if I go sell property to a client, and even if they do or don't like it, I go knock that entire street. I'm like, hey, that property's up for sale. I just showed it to my client. They didn't like it, but they love the neighborhood. Have you thought about possibly making a move? It's a quick 10 to 20 doors that you can hit with a good script. You know, I went door knocking recently and I'm so used to being on the phones. So they came out, I'm like, hey, thanks for taking my call. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you know what, thanks for coming to the door. I'm Albert, hope all is well. Okay. So I follow the listing process. Get the appointment, pre-qualify. Once they pass the pre-qualification, pre-listing package. After the pre-listing package, we call to confirm that they received the package, ask if they have any questions, and then if everything is good and they're ready to go, I go to the appointment. If they don't go through that process and I don't feel like they're serious, I don't go to the appointment. We set the appointment up. As soon as I get the appointment, I pre-qualify them, go through the entire questions. The main question is, if what I have to say makes sense and you feel 100% comfortable with me and I feel comfortable with you, are you ready to get the process started when I see you? If they say yes, I said, perfect, awesome. My assistant's gonna be sending you over a package of information. Would you take a few moments to review it before I go out there? But yeah, sure. In the pre-listing package, it's the comparables, the 3 net sheets, with commission, everything's on there. I send it. Commissions, the net sheets, client, 3 client testimonials, and a marketing plan. And the marketing plan is just like a 1 page of like line by line what we do. Already working that hard to talk to as many people every day, you might as well put them in a system that'll nurture them for you for a long time because you've already worked really hard to have that conversation. So Mojo, Follow a Boss, and HomeBot, the only systems that I use, and that investment right there, it's less than $300 to have those 3 systems a month. You generate the leads, they go into a system, they get monthly emails.
So you generate leads.
Yeah, I generate leads.
They go into a system
Yeah.
and then you
Follow up. I post for the appointment.
and then who takes the appointment? Because you're licensed to do these things. You can't send out certain people on your.
By the way, I have an assistant. She'll be contacting you throughout the entire time. Great, perfect. Her name is Anna Loya. Perfect, great. We go back to the office. Hannah, I got a listing. Here you go. You know the process. We have a list of things to do. Team it's not just me and my assistant. I guess let me put it into perspective. It's me, my assistant, the escrow officer, the transaction coordinator, the loan officer. That's the team. They can handle everything. I've done my part.
Your broker?
The broker, yes, the broker. If I could leave you with one last thing is this, and I'll end it here. You don't have to be in the business for a long time to do high levels of production. Like you really don't. And you can change your business from 1 month to the next. And it all boils down to what you do on a daily basis. And if you just focus on the things that you should be focusing on a daily basis, and you make a minimum, I'm very numbers based. If you make a minimum of 50 to 75 contacts on a daily basis, no matter what, I can guarantee you that your business will be taken to the next level. Ask yourself, how many people have I talked to on a daily basis? And if it's been less than 10 and you're not happy with your production, then that might be a huge part as to why you're not at the level that you would like to be at. Making the calls, getting rejected all day long. But I'm a strong believer that the person that gets rejected the most throughout the year ends up making the most amount of money. Because the more rejection that you can take and the more rejection that you go through on a daily basis, it just shows that you're not afraid of making those calls. And the more no's that you get, the more yeses that you get. So that's kind of what I do on a daily basis. If you guys, anybody here in my office, I'm literally doing that all day long. I don't really do anything else. There's been listings that we've sold this year where I've never seen the houses myself. I've never met the actual owner myself. I've never met the buyer or the buyer's agent. I've never even answered their call because my assistant is doing everything for me. So if I could give you guys some piece of advice that has been working for me that I wish I would have known earlier in my career, the power of delegation is real. But the best way to do it is by picking up the phone and literally just talking to people. It's free, you just use your voice, you build the skill. Anyone can build skill. It's not something that someone has who doesn't. And that is perhaps the most profitable way and the quickest way that you'll grow your business, through the phones or through talking to people. So I hope that that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.
75 contacts a day is not easy, especially when you have a lot of distraction, a lot of people in the office trying to distract you. So I commend you on your commitment and making over $400,000. Well, that's incredible.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for your time.
Did very, very well. I'm very proud.
Greatest off, lower mindset. Yeah, number one thing is obviously the more people you talk to, the more opportunities you have, and old school works. It is work. Being on the phones, talking to people, nothing fancy to it. Just doing what you got to do and getting that business.
We had a great class, talked about the principles that can lead anybody to success, prospecting, time management, delegating. Overall, it was a great class. I appreciate the Greater Downey Board of Realtors hosting this event. Everyone that showed up, every other Thursday or every last Thursday of the month, we will be here. And thank you so much for everyone that joined.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm not trying to get in trouble.